Hello friends, welcome to the Point. So in today's session, we are discussing about the judgment of the Supreme Court which dismisses the Aadhaar review petitions. So what is this Aadhaar review petition? Why this is in news? The Lok Sabha speaker, he had certified that Aadhaar law as a money bill and it was subsequently passed in a parliament. So the 2018 Supreme Court judgment, it had upheld the Lok Sabha Speaker's certification of Aadhaar law as a money bill and its subsequent passage in the Parliament. So two questions were raised up, and it had come up for the review regarding the five-bench Aadhaar bench judgment in 2018. The first question is whether the Speaker's decision to declare a proposed law as a money bill, that is the Aadhaar law as a money bill, was final and cannot be challenged in the court. So this was the first question. And the second question raised was that whether the Aadhaar Act 2016, it was correctly certified as money bill under Article 110, the subclause of 1 of the Constitution. So these were the two questions. The first question was whether the Speaker's decision to declare Aadhaar law as a money law was final and that cannot be challenged in court. And secondly, whether the Aadhaar Act 2016, it was correctly certified as a money bill under Article 110, the subclause of 1 of the Constitution. These were the two questions raised in the Supreme Court. So for this, the Supreme Court, it had recently dismissed petitions seeking a review of its 2018 judgment upholding the constitutional validity of Aadhaar Act 2016. So in 2018, the Supreme Court upheld the country's biometric identity system, that is the Aadhaar card, and also it has cleared a mandatory Aadhaar enrollment of recipients of government's welfare benefits. And the court, in its verdict, it has also approved the passage of Aadhaar law by the Parliament as a money bill, which did not require an approval of the Rajya Sabha. And thereafter, review petitions were filed against the judgment. So we have already discussed what is the issue now. So whether the decision of the Lok Sabha under Article 110 of the subclause 3 of the Constitution is to certify a bill as a money bill under an Article 110 of subclause 1 is final and it is binding, or it can be a subject to judicial review. This is the first question. And second issue is that if the decision is a subject to judicial review, whether the Aadhaar Act 2016 has been currently certified as a money bill, is it correctly certified as a money bill? This is the second issue. And the Supreme Court ruling for this is majority of the bench, that is 4 out of 5 held that no case for review for the 2018 judgment was made and it dismissed the petitions. The 2019 judgment in Roger Matthew versus South Indian Bank Limited, it was not sufficient to press for a reconsideration of the 2018 Aadhaar judgment. So, Roger Matthew versus South Indian Bank Limited 2019. The case was that the judgment in this case said that the Speaker's decision was not beyond judicial review, though the scope was extremely restricted. And it had also said that the 2018 Aadhaar verdict, it had not answered conclusively the questions as to what constitutes a money bill under Article 110 under subclause 1, and had directed that it should be referred to a larger bench which has not been constituted yet. So what is the opinion of Supreme Court in this regard? So one of the 5 judges dissented with the majority view and said that the 2019 judgment questioning the correctness of the Aadhaar verdict, it was a relevant fact, and the apex court, that is the Supreme Court of India, must wait for a larger bench of 7 judges to decide this pertinent issues. He also referred to Sabarimala case. Where a 9-judge bench in February 2020 had referred certain questions of law arising in the context of an earlier decision by a 5-judge bench in September 2019 to a larger bench while keeping the review petitions pending. So the judge referred about the Sabarimala case. In Sabarimala case, there was a 9-bench judge, and they referred a certain questions of law that arise in the context of earlier decision by a 5-judge bench to a larger bench, and they kept the review petitions in pending. So he held that it is a constitutional error to hold at this stage and no ground exists to review the judgment, and it would have serious consequences not just for judicial discipline but also for the ends of justice. And the final judgment given was that even as one of the 5 judges on the bench termed it a constitutional error, the Supreme Court by a majority verdict, it has dismissed a clutch of petitions seeking a review of its 2018 judgment that validated the Aadhaar Act. So this is about the Supreme Court judgment on Aadhaar review petitions. It finally dismissed the review petitions. So in this concept, that is the Supreme Court dismisses Aadhaar review petitions, observe the terms. So which are the terms? It is necessary for our prelims point of view. So from prelims point of view, we should know what is money bill, what is finance bill, what is the power of a speaker in this regard, and what is Article 110 subclause 1A to subclause 1G, and what are the powers of Rajya Sabha with respect to money bills. So we should see all these details. So first let's see what is money bill. So a money bill is one that contains provision for taxes, appropriation of funds, and so on. So money bill, it can be introduced only in Lok Sabha, and Rajya Sabha cannot make amendments to such bills, to money bills that is passed by the Lok Sabha. The Rajya Sabha can only give suggestions for those amendments, but it is up to Lok Sabha's choice to accept those suggestions or reject those suggestions. Under Article 110 of subclause 1, a bill is deemed to be a money bill if it deals only with the matters that is specified in Article 110 in subclause A to subclause G, that is taxation, borrowing by the government, and appropriation of money from the Consolidated Fund of India, and among others. And according to this Article 110 subclause 3 of the Constitution, if any question arises whether a bill is a money bill or not, the decision of the Speaker of the House of the People will be final. So the Speaker has a final power, and the Speaker has to say whether the bill is money bill or not. So next is what is finance bill. Let's see what is a finance bill. A finance bill is a bill, as the name itself suggests, that it are the concerns of the country's finance, and it could be about the taxes, government expenditure, government borrowings, revenues, and all this comes under finance bill. And the union budget. And the union budget, it deals with these things and it is passed as a finance bill. Rule 219 of the Rules of Procedure of Lok Sabha states that the finance bill means the bill ordinarily introduced in each year to give effect to the financial proposals of the Government of India for the following financial year, and it includes a bill to give effect to supplementary financial proposals for any period, and it is introduced in Lok Sabha after presentation of the annual budget, and it is passed by the House, and it is also certified as a money bill. So the Constitution, it defines financial legislation in two categories, that is money bills and financial bills. So money bills under Article 110, and financial bills, there are two types of financial bills, Financial Bill 1 and Financial Bill 2. In Financial Bill 1, it deals with Article 117 Clause 1, and Financial Bill 2, it deals with Article 117 Clause 3. All bills are financial bills, but all financial bills, they are not money bills. Only those financial bills or money bills which contain exclusively those matters which are mentioned in the Article 110 of the Constitution. Money bills, they are certified by the Speaker of Lok Sabha. We know that money bill, it is certified by Speaker of the Lok Sabha. So when coming to Financial Bill 1, it contains not only or any or all other matters that is mentioned in the money bill, but also other matters of general legislation. It deals under Article 117 of subclass 1 of the Constitution. So it is similar to money bill in two respects. So this is similar to money bill in two aspects. One is both of them can be introduced only in Lok Sabha and they cannot be introduced in Rajya Sabha. So and both of them can be introduced only on the recommendation of President. So in all other aspects of Financial Bill 1, it is treated as an ordinary bill, that is, it can be either rejected or amended by the Rajya Sabha. The difference is that it can be rejected by the Rajya Sabha, whereas money bill, it cannot be rejected by Rajya Sabha. And in the second case, in case of disagreement between the two houses over such a bill, the President can summon a joint sitting of the two houses to resolve the deadlock. So in the third case, when the bill is presented to the President, he can either give his assent to the bill or withhold his assent to the bill or return the bill for reconsideration of the houses. While talking about Financial Bill 2, a Financial Bill 2, it contains a provision that involves expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India but does not include any of the matter mentioned under Article 110. So it deals under Article 117 subclause 3 of the Constitution. It is governed by the same legislative procedure which is applicable to an ordinary bill. Such bills can be introduced in either house of the Parliament. So Financial Bill 2, it can be introduced either in Lok Sabha or in Rajya Sabha. But the recommendation of the President is essential for consideration of these bills by either house, and unless such recommendation is received, neither house can pass the bill. In other words, we can say that the recommendation of the President is not required at the introduction stage, but it is required at the consideration stage of the Financial Bill 2. So the powers of Rajya Sabha with respect to money bill. So as per the provision of Article 109 of the Constitution, the Rajya Sabha, it has limited powers with respect to money bill. A money bill, once it is passed by the Lok Sabha and then sent to Rajya Sabha for its recommendations, it has to be written to Lok Sabha by Rajya Sabha within a period of 14 days from the date of its receipt, with or without recommendations. It is left to Lok Sabha whether to accept or reject the Rajya Sabha recommendations. So if Lok Sabha accepts any of the recommendation of the Rajya Sabha, the money bill is deemed to have been passed by both houses with amendments recommended by Rajya Sabha and accepted by Lok Sabha. If Lok Sabha does not accept any of the recommendations that is sent by Rajya Sabha, the money bill is deemed to have been passed by both houses in the form in which it was passed by the Lok Sabha without any amendments that is recommended by the Rajya Sabha. So in case of a money bill, It is not written by Rajya Sabha to the Lok Sabha within a period of 14 days from the date of receipt. It is deemed to have been passed by both the houses in the form in which it was passed by Lok Sabha after the expiry of the said period. So these are the powers of Rajya Sabha with respect to money bills. So this is all about the topic about the dismissal of Aadhaar review petition by Supreme Court and what are the possible questions that can be asked for with the prelims. See you all in next session with some other interesting topic. Thank you.